is full, you can't fake that life. No room to move now, the space got tight. Don't need no knife here, we break up fights. Put your good shoes on, get your makeup right. And the ladies in the place so fly, make you wanna go home and wake up your wife. And I like it right, could never hate my life. In fact, I'm quite excited, I get to play tonight. Mr. Soundman, turn up the bass. I wanna feel the beats disturb my heart rate. We came in the door cause we wanted to escape and forget about the world burning in front of our faces. We all pay dues, we all working hard. Some fools either had to pay a service charge. We sit at a thirsty bar, now give me more 808 and turn up the guitars. Tell the security guards to relax, cause these people came to get away from all that. Them bouncers can go bounce their own balls flat, but we came to have a good time, now fall back. You know that's my team, ask around. We kinda nice with the rap things. We came to stick up the rhythm so raw, made them wanna put my kids in prison. Spotlights, I'm a social moth. I'm here to mark the tree, then I'm rolling gone. Next stop gets broken off. Now open up your top and don't quote me wrong. I said this one here is what we call a good crowd. Roof caught fire, whole block I took out. Whoever's on after me, better keep a lookout. The sun going down, I'm about to let the wolf out. The moon is full, you can't fake that light. No room to move now, the space got tight. Don't need no knife here, we break up fights. Put your good shoes on, get your makeup right. And the ladies in the place so fly, make you wanna go home and wake up your wife. And I like it right, could never hate my life. In fact, I'm quite excited, I get to play tonight. Hit the stage like a war vet, hoping that the band members remember the set, knowing damn well that I'm the one that forgets. Hey man, I thought we specifically asked for a chord list. Tangle up all the microphone cords till I'm tripping on them like I've done 100 times before. Even if I fall off stage, you hit the floor, becomes part of the show. Keep giving them more. I like it when you dance and move your shell, and it's too soon to tell if you smooth and swell with it. Felt good to see you do it for the hell of it. So I nominated A&T for president. Check out Penelope, right next to Stephanie, Wendy, Beth, and Steve. Rapping with my songs and repping me. Thanks to all y'all for being part of this little legacy. Got busy and it won't stop, so let the biddies hop and try to ditch the cops. We don't need another 50 or another Iggy Pop. Just raise the roof now, show me what your city got. We found a lot of pounds out of town, was deep underground, but it seems so loud now. Sound never stopped and the crowd never wound down. Puff, no huff, girl, I blow that house down. The moon is full, you can't fake that light. No room to move now, the space got tight. Don't need no knife here, we break up fights. Put your good shoes on, get your makeup right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sort of Chaos podcast. I'm your host, Cosmin. And today, we'll be talking about 120 ways to get a husband. An article from 1958 that shows how much the world has changed. If you guys want to also follow along with the article I'm going to read. I came across it very recently. I didn't get a chance to read it. So this is honestly the first time I'm going to read it alongside you guys. I apologize for chewing gum. It's sober October, and I gave up smoking. Or, well, at least, I still smoke cigarettes, but, just to keep my fucking head. I couldn't fucking kick the nicotine. If it's going to be too annoying, please let me know in the comments. This is the article. Should be fun. Hope y'all will comment after we're done reading a few of these. It says that 129 ways, but fuck, this is too difficult. But hopefully we won't have to go through all of them. There's an introduction. I'm gonna skip it, and I'm just gonna cut to the meat of it. Let's see what this article says. The title fascinated me, and it should be interesting, right? This is the cover. Michalis, I guess it's the magazine's name. This girl posted it on Reddit. She says, I bought a Michalis magazine from 1958 because the cover advertised an article titled 129 Ways to Get a Husband, and it did not disappoint. The whole list is littered with what the fuck. But my personal favorite is number 40. Hope I'll remember number 40. Has had me randomly busting into laughing fits since I read it 3 days ago. Hey, we're biologically the same for the last fucking 10,000 years, so this should be interesting. God damn it, you're not supposed to swear the first 2 minutes. They're gonna flag you and block this episode. Just enjoy it live, guys. I'm tired of fighting fucking YouTube. All right. Where to find him, right? We'll start with number 1. It goes, number 1, get a dog and walk it. Is this like still a strategy today? I guess it is. For both sexes, right? Get a dog and walk it. Nowadays, I guess it's too difficult because, you know, you're going to have, you don't know if a guy's going to approach you or they're filming those stupid YouTube videos, you know, those prank videos. I'm not sure this works anymore. Number 2, have your car break down at strategic places. What are strategic places? It's gonna be suspect if your car is busted every time in front of the Citibank or whatever. Number 3, attend night school. Take courses men like. All right, I guess this was the 50s, so take courses men like. I wonder what was the average course that a woman took in the 50s. What would it be? Like car repair? You know what I mean? Like you're just gonna like. I guess you don't want to date a mechanic. I think it's still your average girl would agree with that too. I don't. As long as he's a decent person, you gotta know your level, ladies. Number 4, join a hiking club. I guess they didn't have Tinder, so you just have to run for your fucking husband. Number 5. Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 males for every 100 females. So you're going to have to like, nowadays it should be easier with all the algorithms. You know what I mean? You could just like put some filters on Facebook and they'll show you. It's not even that hard nowadays. I guess Tinder nullified a lot of this shit, but you're looking to get married. Tinder, you're looking to get, disrespected and then complain about it 2 years later in a tweet claiming you were molested or some shit. Just because he didn't call back. Number 6, read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. Get the fuck. So, this is fascinating. Listen, this just because some chick wrote this in the 50s doesn't mean most women in the 50s. We shouldn't judge that most women in the 50s would have done this. But we can like extrapolate it. A lot of this shit is still circling around women's heads. Certain type of women's heads, right? This is fascinating. So we have obituaries nowadays too, right? Like his wife died and you just show up at the funeral. All teary-eyed. Did you know her? She's already dead, so you can pretend. Guys don't know their girlfriends. Yeah, I didn't know her. It was horrible. You want to cry together? What's your bank account like? Fuck, I fucked up, guys. Hold on. Where were we? Number 7, take up golf and go to different golf courses. You just show up at golf courses. Was golf that popular back then? What would be the equivalent today? Just show up at VR places. Now, I guess, like, the type of guys women want to marry, they're not into VR. What would be the equivalent of that? I guess still golf courses, but you end up meeting people like Trump there. So I don't know about that one. Number 8, take several short vacations at different places rather than a long one at one place. This makes so much sense. Now I know why all these travel vloggers exist. There's like one vlogging episode and then they're in 15 countries. Where do you get the money from? You don't. It's your last money and you're hoping you score big. before I go on, listen, I know you sensitive fucking people. Some of these are jokes, all right? Fucking deal with it or don't. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Number 9. Sit on a park bench and feed the pigeons. Listen, dog, I ain't fucking approaching no woman who feeds pigeons. Because she's either gonna murder me or she's gonna be, not DTF because she's all depressed feeding pigeons. That's not something that applies nowadays. I wonder if it worked back then. I guess people had nothing to do. You go around, see a girl feeding pigeons. You're like, yeah, that's wifey over there. Number 10, take a bicycle trip through Europe. Are there really women? Listen, first of all, is this a European article? Because if this is an American article, it's to take a bicycle trip through Europe. I think you need to float there first. Take a bicycle trip. Who takes a bicycle trip through Europe just to meet men? I know it's all absurd nowadays because you have social media and you can pretend to be whoever you want to pretend to be, and maybe you score, maybe you don't. But god damn it, you're supposed to go jogging and take bicycle trips just to meet a man back then. Tough times, ladies. You don't know how good you have it. Number 11, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. I like 11. I like 11 because if you're going to do all that for meeting a man, you might as well grow yourself as a person and becoming a doctor, a dentist, or a lawyer, or a judge, or whatever, right? Law school. That don't sound too bad. I mean, if it doesn't pan out, you still have a fucking 6-figure job, right? What was it? 5 figures? $100,000+ per month per year if you live in the U.S. Number 12, become a nurse or an airline stewardess. I guess number 12 is the backup for 11. If you don't make it in medical school, go to nurse school. That's close second. You still work with doctors. Become a nurse or an airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. Yeah, but you gotta back then you have to blow them in the air and hope for the best. I don't know about this one, ladies. I say stick to a medical, dental, or law school. Number 11 for the win. 13, ask your friends' husbands who the eligible men are in their offices. Never do that. I don't think it worked back then, and I don't think this works now. Because the way men will present that to their friends, they'll be like, oh, dude, I will have this girl. She's DTF. She wants to fuck. They're not going to be like, listen, I know a girl. She's down to, good girl, and you want to marry her. No colleague wants to hear that. Don't ask your friends' husbands. Either, number 1, they're going to try to fuck you. She's like, oh, this girl's horny. Or they'll present the situation in a way that implies that it's just horniness. So don't go for it, ladies. 13. 14. Be nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. To everybody? Isn't that exhausting? To everybody? No matter how stupid? Even if they're bitchy women, still got to be nice to them in the hope that, they have a brother. What if they're an asshole? And you want to marry the brother of an asshole? Best case scenario, you have to deal with that asshole every day. Worst case scenario, that dude's an asshole. Birds of a feather, brothers. I don't know. Not necessarily. I know a lot of cool girls who have shitty sisters. And it applies to men too. Number 15, get a government job overseas. See, these are all difficult. If shit goes wrong in the 50s and you're overseas, who the fuck? You can't even call. You have to send pigeons and shit. Don't get a job overseas in the 50s, please. This has rape written all over it. Don't do it. 16, volunteer for jury duty. How the fuck does that get you a man? Jury duty, dude? So you're just in juries all day hearing about murders and shit. By the time you find out, you You meet a nice husband, you'll be depressed. Can you imagine the crimes in the 50s? I don't even know if they were like heinous shit. You know what I mean? Because no matter how bad times are nowadays, I guess back then they were even worse. Probably the worst cases that even get to court, like racism and lynching and shit. You know what I mean? Don't do jury duty. You'll get depressed. Number 17, be friendly to ugly men. Oh, here we go. Women saying it like it is. This is no mystery. Girls act offended nowadays. A lot of the girls. But they think it, right? They just get offended if you call their friends ugly, you're not supposed to be honest about it, but be friendly to ugly men. Handsome is as handsome is as handsome does. All right. 18. Tell your friends that you are interested in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Well, I don't think they would back then. And God knows they don't keep it a secret nowadays. Hey, I asked my girl to marry me. I'm engaged, guys. I know I haven't done one in English, but since 99% of my crowd is Romanian, I guess y'all know. But since I asked Joe to marry me, you know how many of her friends kind of meeting up with friends and in the limit of the possibilities of the COVID and whatever. The few times we did meet up with friends. You know how many of her friends were like, hey, congratulations. I bet that would be nice. And their boyfriends look at me like, you fucking cunt. You ruined it for the rest of us. I don't think women ever had a problem not knowing that shit. They always advertise that they want to get married. They don't keep that shit a secret. This is filler. Fuck that. They could have made it 100 reasons. You didn't have subjects back then, so you have to improvise. 18. Tell your friends that you are interested. Oh, this is all right. No, 18 sucks. It doesn't suck, but it's self-implied. 19. Get lost at football games. What do you mean get lost at football games? There's signs and shit. Exit, entrance, hot dogs. How dumb do you have to pretend to be to get lost at a football game? That's my question. And would you want a man to know you're that dumb? Or to assume you're that dumb that you got lost with fucking 1,500 signs around you? I don't know. 20. Don't take a job in a company run by largely by women. Being the 50s, I guess that wasn't much of a problem back then. Maybe there were. I'm sure there were a few companies run by women. My girl works in a mostly woman-run HR company. That's good for me. Why not take a job in a company run largely by women, except for the fact that you'll be at each other's throats? You know what I mean? What happened to number one? Be nice with everybody, or whatever the fuck that point was. Take a job there. Be nice to them. Ask their husbands if maybe some of them will die. Then they're widowers. You have a lot of possibilities there too. 21. Get a job demonstrating. Wait, is that a D? Hold on. It's wiped. Get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store. Oh, so men are interested in fishing and you're supposed to sell them bait. That's hilarious. It's like double entendre, you know what I mean? You sell bait and you are the bait because you work in the fishing store. Oh, that has so deep, so much depth to it. Sell fishing bait and also yourself as bait. Love it. 22. On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man. I don't know about that one. I'd say 60% of the men depending on the country, maybe even 70% of the men have a shower problem. In the 50s, forget about it. Were they more groomed in the 50s? I refuse to think they were all like madman. That's stylized. There was no good deodorant back in the 50s, dog. So you have to run, bike, stand next to sweaty men and make it like your goal. I don't want to hear another woman complain nowadays. I just don't. Look at the shit you had to go through. Number 23. Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there. What the fuck is up with widowers? Were women in the 50s just slaying in the corners like, come on, bitches, die? It's sort of like a corporate job nowadays, if you think about it. Because you can't, if you're in like large corporations, performance rarely has anything to do with it. And I know that firsthand. You either, the other person above you either promotes, gets promoted, leaves the company, or dies. That's the only way you're going to get a job. And I think it applied to men, it seems, back then, too. All right. 24. Fucking widowers. Women just hope other women die. that was the Tinder back then. Come on, bitches, just draw your last breath. 24. Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers. Ahoo! This article is more honest than I thought. I mean, there's no mystery nowadays. You got to know your level. No matter how much women lie to themselves, they should. You know your level and everybody's beautiful. Bullshit. You know when you're the ugly duckling. But to define it as leftovers. God damn, dog. That's cruel. Leftovers. So not only are you the ugly duckling who kind of has to agree to more dirty shit in sex or whatever. But also, you have to settle in your own mind for the word leftover from a pretty girl. I hope the girl who wrote this article died and somebody got her husband. 25. Go back to your hometown for a visit. The wild kid next door may have become a very eligible bachelor while you were away. Don't do that, ladies. Please don't do that. Because if you left for the big city and trying to make it, now your standards are a big city boy. You know what I mean? And you're supposed to do what now? Go back to your hometown? Meet Billy, who was just, destroying pussy and still proud at 32 that he was a quarterback or whatever the fuck. And now he has like some sort of 2 cents fucking fishing store or whatever, and you're supposed to settle for that motherfucker. Get a dildo and move on. Oh shit, it was the 50s. There weren't that many dildos back then. They just had those wooden shit that we see nowadays. We look at them like Cleopatra had. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Hard times without a dildo. I gotta give it to the girls. We have to empathize too. Again, better times. Women don't seem to think so. I want to show this article to every woman complaining. 26. Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level. The rules were so in your face back then, huh, fellas? To her level. So if 20, what was it, 22? At that point was like, be the ugly duckling and hang out with prettier girls, to get a husband. Now 26 is talking to the pretty girls or whatever the fuck, right? Or even everybody has their level. If you're a fucking 7, then you have a 6 or 5 hanging with you. If you're a 9, you have a 8 or 7 or whatever the fuck, right? So this fucking hypocritical bitch. She's like, hang out with the prettier girls. You may get the leftovers. But on 26, she goes, don't go with a sad girl who, don't let her pull her down to her level. Don't go with that ugly duckling, man. She'll ruin your mojo. 27. Get a part-time job in a convention bureau. I don't know what the fuck that is. 28. Change apartments from time to time. Yeah, just, you know, just change apartments, you know, on a whim. Just be like, you know what, man? It's Friday. I'm going to change apartments. Maybe. And do what? Sit in that same fucking apartment all day crying, not having a man? Apartment doesn't matter that much. How about you get the fuck out in the park and feed some pigeons? Feed some pigeons. Don't change apartments on a whim. 29. When traveling, stay at small hotels where it's easier to meet strangers. Again, with the fucking strangers. God damn it. It must have been dangerous back then. Small hotel. Why is it hard to meet men at big hotels? There's bigger lobbies. More space. You can shine more. That's bullshit. Don't go into small hotels. Why not go to motels? You can get pregnant from the fucking mattress. 30. Learn to paint. Set up easel outside. Is an easel the thing you paint on? Outside of engineering school. So you're supposed to bring your paint thingy in front of Polytechnica. You go in front of, in Boston, Massachusetts, you go in front of MIT. Whole fucking backyard full of painting women. Oh my God, this is hilarious. No. So I'm gonna take a break now, guys, so I can see a bit what you guys wrote. But up next, how to let him know you're there. Besides the painty thingy and all the colors. We'll get to that in a second. Hold on. Let me see what you guys have to say. 9 viewers. God damn it. It breaks my heart. All right. Madeline, what's up, bro? OnlyFans, not just yet. Cosmira, what's up, buddy? Don't give any ideas. Why not? Oh, Mirella. Finally caught one on time. Not that that's your fault. I don't even know my time. Already shared him on my Instagram account. Hope you'll get more views. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Vlad Petrak. Gay. Relax there, Chan. Madeline, look at him. He has the star charisma. Can't deny. Thank you. That fuckboy vibe. Morning, dude. Swear to God. If this is Ren Cosmin. If you had a J in your hand during the sober October, I would have freaked. No, but I'm still a weak piece of shit, dog, because I still have a project that I can't seem to finish with my latest client. And then I'll start vlogging because my A7S III came, my vlogging camera, and it's awesome. It's so freeing. It has a good mic on. I don't have to do anything. Just film, cut it up, put it up. I want to do a Sober October episode on that as we come closer to the end of the month. But I totally failed because I started with like, all right, no more weed, no more cigarettes. But that lasted me 2 days. All right. Like I said, weed is not such a problem for me. It is if it gets to your system a lot, but I smoked the second day. I was stressed. I had a deadline. Couldn't quite make it. Inspiration went down. Stress went up. I lit up a cigarette. So now instead of smoking 0 cigarettes per day and just a couple of J's, now I'm up to half a pack a day and no J's. The sum of your vices is constant. I know you guys know this, but I'm going to keep repeating it. Got to keep it strong as I can, buddy. I did start gym, though. We'll get into that. Let's stick with what you guys have to say. Can we help this community and share this fit? It would be cool to meet more people like you out there. I would have loved to. I would love to have more. I know there's a lot of people, even here in Romania, of the like-minded. They just don't get exposed to this shit. I'm used to it. Don't worry. Rade in the house. One of my favorite curators, Rade, is in the house. If you guys don't know, just go listen to his channel. It's Rade on YouTube. He has these dope-ass playlists and just make my day when I have a sad one. Thank you, Rade. Vlad Petra, visit the jail more often. Well, with all the other fucking advices, this wouldn't be so, absurd. Move to a different country, bike all over Europe, although you live in the US. Swim there. Maybe you'll meet a guy. The Titanic sank. Maybe he's somebody's drifting. Good husband. Also, don't assume a chick wrote that. But yeah, some things have stood the test of time. I'm going to look out for that. But I'm going to assume a chick wrote that. Okay? I'm going to just go on a limb and say a chick wrote that. Come on, dog. There's some insider info here regarding what man tells a woman, go stress another man by asking him if, he knows other men who... No man would put another man into that situation. Especially in the 50s, you tune out. No, this is written by a woman. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to break your... Raluca Ioana. Hey, still haven't seen that movie. What's up, girl? I missed you. Cosme says, it worked for the lady in the Home Alone, New York. I don't remember. Did she get married? I don't remember. Raluca Ioana. Hey, Ioana, congrats on the engagement. She's not here. My mom was visiting, and she's in the kitchen keeping my mom company. Cooking for the man! Yo, guys, did you... if you go here on ROMERCIAL channel and you just open all the that episode men react to Be a Lady, they said I still keep getting comments from triggered feminists in the US. It's hilarious. It's the only comment thread I fully read. I don't fully read it, but occasionally I open it just to see how triggered they are. I knew a girl who got lost in the trains. In the trains? She forgot where her seat was. So, yeah. That's hilarious. Well, I shouldn't laugh because God knows I'm stupid enough sometimes to be like, I bothered the wrong person to. But, I mean, you get lost in your wagon or you get lost in the trains. You're on your way to fucking France. You're supposed to go to Germany. Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. I don't know who you're talking to. Yes, finally on time. Well, this time I was finally on time, so I guess we're both on time. I feel you, baby, says Cosmin. But that doesn't mean you should give up on the rest of the month. Be strong. I was weak first too, but now I'm 2 days clean, going good. Power to you, brother. I'm doing gym, though. I'm back in shape. I'm starting to lose this gut. I can stand on my hands more when I make love to my girl. No problem. Stamina's coming back up. Little fuck boys back in the groove. Hey, love is love, guys, but let's face it. And this goes for women too. Physical condition. Can't beat that shit. That's how you show love. Going the long run when it comes to the sack. At least doing your best effort. And we all know being all potted up and drinking beer like a fucking idiot. That doesn't take you very far. And if it does, your dick keeps going limp. You can cross her over. You can keep that constant rhythm. Come on, guys. Alexandra Hash, I love you, girl. What's up? I haven't seen you in a while. We keep lying to ourselves that we're going to go out for that beer. Well, I guess nowadays it would be irresponsible of us. Cheers to you, Alex. Ciprian Tuna, what's up? What's up, buddy? All right, let's get back to these. Because I'm still it's lovely. I'm truly enjoying reading this alongside you guys. All right. How to let him know you're there. 31 people, let's go. 31. Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. So what? Men like a klutz? Like, oh. Don't stumble too hard. Stumble when you walk into a room. You're supposed to use that when? Like sparingly or like every time you go into a room? Because if you're at work, you know, I'd be like, this chick stumbles all the time. I bet she doesn't even know how to jerk it. Screw this girl. Except not. Don't stumble, girls. Don't stumble. Go in confident. And if you want to be cute, just give them a little smile. Don't stumble. Don't play the victim. Not too often. 32. Forget discretion every once in a while and call him up. I like this. I think this should still apply today. I mean, it definitely applies. Because girls will be hitting you up on Tinder like, let's go fuck. It's more classy this way. Just give them a little call. Hi. Hey, how are you? Good, good. Is your wife still alive? Yeah. All right, I'll see you around. 33. Carry a hat box. What the fudge is a hat box? Hold on, people. We'll learn together. Ah, fuck. No, that's 2. So. Hat box. No porn, no porn, no porn. No porn, no porn, no porn. Oh, that's what a hat box is? Screw that. Do a hot box. It's better. Hat box. No, annoying that it would be. The women still have hat boxes. Just it's not enough to, like, a lot of the girls I dated had a problem packing bags. I don't give a fuck if you guys say that's a stereotype. It's real. It's a stereotype for a reason. Now I have to carry the hat box and then get another box for that box just so it all looks the same. Fuck that. 34. Wear a Band-Aid. People always ask what happened. And then what? Every time you walk like a boxer with just Band-Aids. That's Betty. She always stumbles in the room, so it makes sense she always has Band-Aids on her fucking head. Keeps hitting her head on shit. 35. Make a lot of money. Oh! Gee, thanks. Thanks for this. I couldn't even think about that advice. Like, stop being poor. Oh, thanks. Now that you told me, I'll get right on that. I didn't even think about it. I told you this is bullshit. Make a lot of money. What kind of advice is that? Have a bigger dick. I'm trying to. Make a lot of money. 36. Learn several funny stories and learn to tell them well, but make sure you don't tell them to him more than once. So they put him in this like stand-up comedian type of mindset. You know what I mean? Have a few good sets. Have the timing right. Don't do them too often in the same place. You'll be golden. 37. Walk up to him and tell him you need some advice. Hi, can you help me? Sure thing, Dolly. How the fuck do you talk back then? Hey, sweet chicks. What can I do you for? How can I kill a woman without her husband knowing? 38. Dropping the handkerchief still works. This is even more hilarious because I want to be back in the 50s and read a list from the 1800s, you know? Because some of these still work. So this is like an extra old school one. Drop a handkerchief. Sorry to break it to you, honey. Not 2020. That handkerchief is down, motherfucker. It has COVID. Fuck out of my face. Get your fucking infected ass out of here. Take your handkerchief and move your infected ass. Take your fucking hat bag and your hat. Get out of here. 39. Have your father buy some theater tickets. that have to be got rid of. What? What? So let's read this again. Sorry, people. Have your father. Listen, fucking 35, make a lot of money, solves all this shit. You don't have to ask your daddy for nothing. You can just buy the theater. 35 is 35 is my favorite one until now. Don't be poor. Don't be short. Have bigger tits, which in the 50s, virtually impossible. Have your father buy some theater tickets and then that have to be got rid of. So on what, you just spread them out like in small hotel lobbies. You want a theater ticket? That's bullshit. Buy 2 theater tickets, not a bunch of them. You only have a seat on your left and a seat on your right. Maybe 3 if you want the guy behind to see your ass. Don't go for 4th because you can't see his face. Unless all you care about is his wallet in the back, and then buy the 4th one. And you can, when he sits down, you can see the size of his wallet. Otherwise, girl in the 50s, you don't need to buy. Don't put your father in bankruptcy. Your mama already did. 40. Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong. Yeah, just weep. What's wrong there, sweetheart? You wanna fuck? No. Yeah, that's good advice, I guess. God knows I have to play the prince every now. I don't have to play. It's my instinct. Sometimes I have to go protect the woman. Still available, even when I didn't want to get trimmed. But you don't want to like go all psycho either. Like just cry. Fuck this bitch. I'm out of here. Yeah, that's good advice. Softly is a good word to use in that advice. 41. Don't let him fish. Don't let him fish for your name the next time you meet. None of this guess who stuff. Hey, fuck you, lady. Flirting is nice. Don't let him fish for your name next time you meet. Yeah, how about you filter out some of those fucking impatient cunts. Listen, dog. Listen, girl. If he can't even fucking flirt around a little bit before he finds out your name, you know he'll be out of there second he busts his nut in your snatch. Because let's face it, if you're this desperate, you don't care about condoms. Raw dog. 42. If you're were there condoms in the 50s? Or did they use that like sheep gut thing or whatever they used back then? 42. If you're at a resort, have the bellboy paid you. If you're at a resort, have the bellboy paid you. What? Did they have pagers back then? What's paid you? You gotta help me out, guys. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Here you go. Have the bellboy paid you. What the hell does this mean? Oh, do you mean like where used to be like the little notebook thingy back then, and so the men see when they sign into the hotel that there's a single woman there? I'm not quite sure what this means. Oh, you guys didn't see all this time. I'm sorry, I forgot to share the screen again. I just want to show you 30 again. 30 is my favorite, right? No, it wasn't 30. 35, right? Make a lot of money. This is by far my favorite. Make a lot of money. What kind of advice is that? 43. Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Oh, they do love to ride, but this is like, again, like 35. Buy a convertible. You have money in the 50s to buy a convertible. You don't fucking need a man that quick. Plus, if you have money to buy a convertible, the fuck goes biking across Europe? You go riding across Europe. Oh, wait. 44. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Bring one of them at the office and let the eligible bachelors taste it. First of all, that's good advice. I myself, apple pie, that's my favorite pie. I love apple pie. But what does she mean by let the eligible bachelors taste it? Like if some married dude, your boss comes by, oh, is this apple pie? Get your fucking paws off my apple pies. That's for Jimmy. He's a widower. And have everybody. It's classy. I won't lie. When I used to work for Procter & Gamble, when a lovely girl brought something she cooked, I won't lie. I definitely took notice of that. Like, look at this. She's cute. She's lovely. She bakes. And obviously she's smart. She works here. But if she smacked my hand off the pie because I had a girlfriend at the time, I just killed your chances, girl. 45. Laugh at his jokes. Yep. That's one that's never gonna die. All right. But don't be too obvious about it. I've been out with a few girls. But this is when I was kind of blowing up a little bit back in 2015 with ROMERCIAL. And I could taste the desperation for a couple of them. You know, when you make a little joke and you just, it's smirk worthy, but they just laugh out of their minds. You're like, I'm gonna leave 5 minutes after after I'm done with you. There's no shameful thing in what if I'm a woman and I like, oh yes, use him and abuse him and leave. That's okay, and I can admit that. Yeah, you wanna fuck? Yeah, I wanna fuck. I'm more than this. Should have been more. I guess smarter. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Or at least read the room if it's this insecure dude who can't even fucking notice that you know. But I guess if the dude's even insecure, he's insecure, he'll be even more sensitive to him knowing he's not that funny. So I don't know about this one. But yeah, this will never die. A girl laughing at you. You're like, yeah. 46. And by the way, that's like by far the girls in their 20s. A good joke, believe you me, it's your best weapon. In your 30s, you have to display signs of being a man. Confidence. I guess it takes confidence to be funny, but confidence, career, ambitions. Not, not falling over everything she says. Knowing when to, when to swat her away. Because a woman, she'll keep testing you. Come on. So if you, oh yeah, I'm sad now. Oh, are you? This guy's shit. But 20s, girls, come on. Laugh at his jokes. You're good. 46. If there's a wallflower among the men you know, why not cultivate him? For all you know, he might be a diamond in the rough. If there's a wallflower among the men you know, why not cultivate him? Is wallflower young? This might be archaic. Hold on, guys. Let's Google this together. Wallflower meaning. What does it mean to be called a wallflower? Noun, a person who, because of shyness, unpopularity, or lack of a partner, remains at the side at a party dance. Oh, okay. Oh, wallflower. Oh, okay. So it's the dude who sits in the corner and does a dance like a shy. I thought it meant, grooming. What is he, 17? Hang in there, girl. Give him a candy. Yeah, I will have to agree with this one. Like, joking aside. I used to be a shy guy when I was younger. Could still consider me that way if I am at a party who I consider there's a lot of people idiots. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it like a lot of dumb people, or I'm not in the mood. I'm the wallflower. So definitely there's husbands to be found at, on the walls. For all you know, he might be a diamond in the rough. 47. Accidentally have your purse fly open, scattering its contents all over the street. So this is a recurring theme, like just being a klutz, like just being clumsy. It doesn't work nowadays with the pocket dildos they have nowadays, the little bullet things. Or would it? I wish I had music in a Zoom right now. It might work. How to look good to him. 48. Men like to think they're authorities on perfume. Ask his advice on what kind you should wear. Yeah, that's flattering. Like, I wouldn't say that. Men think they're authorities on perfume. Who the fuck ever said? What man in the 50s, like your average, even well-off man, like a man with a career? The man just walk around the 50s bragging that they know all about perfume? I know what I like, and that's different. If I were to advise a girl today, do the same, but point out that you want him to be happy with how you smell. Like I say, girls and boys, nice gestures are nice, but done very oftenly and without occasionally pointing, classically, like suavely, occasionally pointing out that effort is for the girl or for the man, you'll be taken for granted. And then that's the norm. And then if that's the baseline, you have to do more. So you'll always deal with ungratefulness. That's a classy, nice thing for a girl to do. You like this perfume, honey? Yes. And I definitely see myself being reminded of you when I smell it. 49. Get better looking glasses. Men still make passes at girls who wear glasses. Or try contact lenses. What the fuck is this advice? So get better looking glasses. Men still make passes at girls who wear glasses. Or forget all that shit and have contact lenses. What? So this is basing this girl's pissing on girls who wear glasses. I like girls who wear glasses. Oh, I think girls who wear glasses are hot. But I have to confess, fellas, and you have to agree with me now. Like, there's this whole fad nowadays with these gamer girls who, never touched the fucking controller or whatever, and they just have the big framey ones, and she just had the fucking Botox done on her. Put on all those glasses, like, like teasingly. I don't like those girls. Fuck those girls. I mean, just fuck those girls. Don't have relationships with them. 50s. Practice your drinking with your women friends first. This is good advice. If I were to choose one good advice up until now, it's this one. Practice your drinking with your women friends first. That is crucial because I know tens of girls who they're just cool, and then they have a couple, and then they're their true selves. You know what I mean? One of my friends, Yulia, she surprised me. I was younger. She was my girlfriend. She was a friend's girlfriend, but we were at the sea in Constanza, and just this cool girl. She's still a cool girl, but she was younger back then, and I never saw her that way. She loved this guy, and this dude is a little bit. They had a relationship, but she's. I don't know. Maybe she was a bit needy in that period. And dude, she drank a few, and she was like half naked. There was like beach parties. I'm from Constanța, Romania, so a beach city, right? So she was half naked. Her tit was hanging out, her fucking like pussy was showing, and she's falling and just running and yelling, and all that, like respect. Even as a guy who never wanted to have anything with her or wasn't my intention, it just disgusted me. I had to pull her, like, come on, let's go. Had to pull her, carry her to the car, and like make sure like she wanted to drive. Horrible. I hate everybody, men and women, who can hold their drink. Know your limit. It's not a competition. It's a chemical. So if it's from fucking MDMA to alcohol to weed to whatever, if you get too fucked up, half it. And then if you get fucked up again, half it again. But until you find that limit of where the fuck you sit, do it with your girlfriends. You know? And then mingle amongst men and, know your level. Disgraceful. I hate it. It's just, I want to spit on them, but I wouldn't do that. But you know what I mean? Like, metaphorically, like, you fucking garbage. Like, don't just, and she's still one of my close friends. Like, she doesn't watch my shows, and I love her. And she was very young. I was very young. And it's not the only example. It was just the most contrasting example I had at that age. 25, right? Like, just nice, cute, well-spoken, intelligent woman. And then she has a couple of shots, doesn't know when to stop. And then she drags and yells, and everybody looks and laughs. And this guy was even more like, if he felt at that time that she was a little clingy, now he really wanted nothing to do with her. Drink with your girlfriends first. That's pertinent, solid advice. 51. If you dye your hair, pick a shade and stick to it. Fuck that shit. Variety is the spice of life. Pick a shade, stick with it for a few, months, years, whatever. Change it. What kind of advice is it? If you dye your hair, pick a shade and stick to. Why? What if you stuck to blonde 5 years and you still couldn't get a date? Wouldn't it be normal to change something? So change a variable to maybe freshen yourself. And fuck this advice. 52. Wear high heels most of the time. They're sexier. I agree, but not if he's short. Yeah, I can argue. I can pretend to argue with this. I don't want women to have to do this all the time. I wouldn't put this pressure on my girl. No way, no how. Or even women from my past. But definitely sexier, right? Your butt sticks out. 53. Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oh, shit! I didn't even go to 53. Well, this, she got back at me before I, I judged it before I saw it. So, yeah. 54. Tell him he's handsome. I don't know about this one. There's a lot of situations where this can fire back. Let's think about them together, shall we? We can go, he's either very handsome and very handsome man. Depends how you feel and how you look up. Occasionally in my life, I felt very handsome. My face doesn't help me that much, but I had a great body. Good attitude. If you compliment me too much, all right, I'm going to dismiss you at a certain point. Like, have a little personality. Then again, a very handsome man. If you don't do it at all, you're kind of like playing this fuck. I know I'm, I wasn't, so I never tried to be excessively cocky about it. Show that you like me, tell me, you're handsome, and just, slip it into conversation so you don't seem desperate. I'm like, cool, thank you. You're a quite beautiful woman. You move on. Tell him he's handsome. Oh, you're so handsome. You're like, oh, shit, a fangirl. Get out of here. Now you go to a more medium man, which I consider myself. You're handsome. Thank you. Very nice of you. You're so handsome. I'm not that handsome. Fuck out of here. You're ugly, bloke. Like I have cycles of being. Again, disregarding the face. It's a lot about the attitude. I'm not too shy. So I'm okay, but I have felt ugly. And definitely I was fat. Tell me I'm handsome. Now and then you're just bullshitting me. I don't need your lies. I feel like a pig and I want to fuck like a pig. So tell me. I don't give a fuck. You're funny. Go with funny. It's better than to call a dude who knows he's ugly handsome. You're like, what are you bringing the bullshit train for? You're nice. I'll take nice. And then after we fuck, I'll take a compliment on how I did it. That was great. Thank you. I feel handsome now. Don't call me handsome when I'm ugly. I don't know about this advice, guys. What do you guys think? I don't know. 55. Take good care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Yeah, nobody likes nobody who's too ill. Unless you're temporarily ill. Then, what the fuck? I've told you guys this before. Obviously, if a girl's ill, you help her out or whatever. But I've dated a girl who with epilepsy, and it wasn't a very hard case of epilepsy. It was she'd had just occasional seizures, like one per year, or maybe one every 2 years. Occasionally, maybe two per year. When she had a period, she didn't take care of herself. She didn't give a fuck. Didn't sleep. And I started to become the savior, like do this, do that, instead of kind of like owning my masculinity. I kind of became a father to her, and she leaned into that shit. Like every time she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do, she'd get all independent with me. You're nagging me. What are you, my dad? Trying to put me down. Every time shit went wrong, something went wrong in her face, in her life. All up in my face. Playing the victim. So I don't know. It's good. Definitely be a gentleman. Take care of a girl. She'll take care of you if she's a good girl. But there are girls who don't even make an effort to be aware of their situation and kind of accept the lifestyle they have to have in order to make that condition better. And in those occasions, let her down easily and get the fuck out of there, because this girl will play the victim every time, and she'll abuse the gentleman in you, and that's exhausting. No joke now, guys. I'm dead serious about this. Be aware of that shit. 56. If you look good in sweaters, wear one on every third date. That's such a random, stupid thing to say. Wear a sweater every 3 days, but I live in LA. It's summer, 9 years every month. Nope, every 3 days you gotta wear a sweater. Fucking all sweaty as shit. 57. Dress differently from the other girls in the office. This was the 50s. I'm not sure you had that many options. 58. Get a sunburn. What? It doesn't say get a tan. It says get a sunburn. Did men in the 50s like girls who were like very, very red and like you couldn't touch them? I have my doubts. Get a sunburn. Is this some way of saying tan lines? Because tan lines are my weakness. Weakness. Sorry, guys. I'm just that type of dude. I like some pussy hair, a little stripe or whatever, and some tan lines. I don't like all that. I'm a guy, historically, if you spread your legs, I'm going to do it. What I prefer, I should say, is a tan. Like, what's perfect in like a little or big, whatever, like a titty. And it's like you take it off and it's all like pure. You know what I mean? And then it's like the perfect line, the perfect forbidden line. And you just pull that shit up and you see the white of the titty or black, whatever the fuck. It's blacker if she's tan, right? You're like, yeah, I'm in the goodie bag now. Same for the ass. You pull the little thong thingy aside. You see the happy trail. Maybe that's what it means. Because I don't know why she used the words. Maybe I don't understand the old words. Get a sunburn. That's ridiculous. 59. Watch your vocabulary. I couldn't agree more. 60. Get on a diet if you. 59. Yeah, you got to, man or woman. Watch your vocabulary. If you have a filthy mouth, own it. Know when to steer it. That can be your thing. You always have to watch your vocabulary. 60. Go on a diet if you need to. That's a good advice for men and women, no matter what time you live in. 61. When you are with him, order your steak rare. This is another ridiculous one. Order your steak rare. Why? Why should you order your steak rare? Is this some sort of like woman logic where you're like 50s woman logic where you're like, I'm on a diet, so I'll probably just eat a quarter of the steak, and he's gonna end up eating that for me, and he probably likes it rare. So I'm gonna just order it rare and have a disgusting thing I don't like, and then he'll like it. Fuck that shit. Order whatever you like. You enjoy that meal, girl. 62. Don't tell him about your allergies. God, they're stupid. Like, a lot of these are so stupid. Why? Did you guys, like fellas, would you rather see, it's fucking, I have some allergies. I developed them after my fucking dad died 2 years ago. I thought I didn't have any. Turns out after my dad died, all the stress and shit, having to nurture him while he had cancer and all that bullshit. Afterwards, I just came out with a fucking severe case of allergies. So last September and October, I look like I'm crying every day. Why would you want a man to think you're fucking psychotic and you cry? I don't know, man. Every September and October, she just busts into tears every day. I can't help her. Now tell him about your allergies. Unless you're allergic to these nuts. No. 63. European women use their eyes to good advantage. Practice in front of a mirror. Yeah, flirt has a lot to do with eyes. Right. So yeah, God knows I had my share of looking in the mirror. I'm not ashamed to admit it either. You want to do stand-up, you want to appear in front of people, you got to exercise, you got to rehearse. It's like a bone. And you got to keep it practiced. You develop skills. 64. Buy a full-length mirror and take a good look before you go greet him. As opposed to what? You have this tiny mirror and you just go across your body oh, this looks pretty good. I don't know how hard it was in the 50s, but since this chick so nonchalantly suggests just don't be poor, make a lot of money, I would guess most women, if they had a home, they could afford a full body mirror. 65. Change the shade of your stocking and be sure to keep the seams straight. I'd have a lady advise me on this one. Mirela? I guess so. The seams, it's the cosutura, știi? So, yeah, I guess it's kind of goofy when you see a girl in their style. If you ask me personally, I guess it depends on the style, but I don't like any seams. I just like a clear, if you can wear a stocking, just be a clear, classy one, whatever the fuck, or black. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see the little, sometimes, if it's the right style or the outfit is all retro or whatever, I can have a little pattern going up. And when that pattern is all goofy, and yeah, I guess it's goofy. I guess it's good advice, but it's more appropriate to the 50s regarding the seam. 66. Get a fresh scrubbed look by scrubbing. No shit, Sherlock. Get a fresh washed look by washing. 67. If he has bought you any trinket or accessory, wear it. Yeah, of course. It happened to me though. Ever happened to you guys where I got a girl something and she just wore it one time and then I never saw it again? That hurts a little bit, doesn't it? You have to wear it every time. If I don't see it again, I'm like, fuck's wrong with me? Every now and again, even if you don't like it, wear it, I would say, because every now and again. If you hate it, wear it like, once every few months or something. Remember this? Why? I have a good reason why. Is because I like to, when I have time, I like to get interested in what to buy a girl. What to get a girl. I shouldn't even say buy. Sometimes it's about the effort of doing a little gesture. But I don't like that being just her birthday and it's Christmas and it's our anniversary. Occasionally, I just want to have a little bit of extra chowder. I love the girl I'm with. I'm going to get her something nice because it's fucking Tuesday. You know what I mean? Just, I see something nice. I mean, this would look great on her, or maybe she will enjoy this. Have that little bracelets, even if you hate it, every now and again, because it'll keep encouraging me to do so. Because if you don't, I'll be like, I'll become that boyfriend. You know what I mean? Honey, how about I just give you some money and you get something you like? And that's boring. Of course, if you don't have time, maybe do it. If you're, if she's an understanding girl and you've been dating for a long time. Sometimes you're going to hit yourself against that situation. Like, I just don't have any inspiration, girl. I'm too busy. So maybe, get yourself something pretty rather than me getting you something. But that should be rare as far as I'm concerned, right, ladies? And not wearing that shit like that just trains me more to be like, all right, I'm not getting her shit she likes anyway. Just wear that shit. Who knows? Next time he wants to do a gesture, maybe he'll get it right. Maybe you can suggest shit. I don't know about this one. 68. Use the ashtray. Don't crush out cigarettes in coffee cups. This is back when smoking was, in the office. So you had a coffee cup and you just throw your fucking cigarette like a phone operator. Yeah, I would have to agree with this one. But if you're a guy, fuck that shit. Who gives a fuck? Do it. Do it like you don't care. Look in her eyes. Show you have some balls. Don't do it all the time. 69. This better be a good one. Grow up, dude. I don't want to grow up, dude. Not every day. All right, cool. 69. Polish up on making introductions. Learn how to do them gracefully. Yeah, I would have to just agree with men and women on this one. Right? Hey, my name is Cosman. What's up there, bitch boy? You know those girls who never got over being like a tomboy when they were young? They have feminine qualities, but they never learned how to like express them. They can be annoying. Some of them can be really cute. It's perfect when you find it, like especially if you're younger, because I guess it's creepy to be fucking 45 and find an 18-year-old. But when I was 23, 24, I find a 20-year-old girl who was a tomboy for some reasons, but I clearly saw some feminine qualities in her. It's I have a lyric in one of my songs I never get to record because I don't have a producer, but it goes, if you're hard, I'll kiss you all nice, and if you're smug, then your butt will pay the price, right? If you're hard, I'll kiss you all nice. Of course. It's lovely to bring out the feminine in a girl who doesn't yet know it's there or doesn't know how to get it out. It's flattering for the guy too. And it's beautiful for the woman too, because she feels safe enough to feel vulnerable, because that being a tomboy stuff, I guess it has a lot of reasons, but it could be because she had a lot of brothers, because she grew up in like maybe a more aggressive environment or whatever. She had to be that way. So it's lovely when a girl gets to, I don't know, loosen up with you. 70. Don't be too fussy. I agree nowadays too. Unfortunately, society doesn't. You do what you want, girl. You do what you want when you want it. He can't say you got think about it. If you want to be a man, even like be a man, they said. Do you guys see that episode of mine when I did that podcast I did? And then it's crawling with thousands, hundreds. So I think it must be the most commented thing I ever done. Guys, go look. Man reacted. Don't be a lady. They said, and I also did an edited version, and that has hundreds of comments too. We can't, like, I don't give a fuck. I wish most guys would live the life I lived, like the way I lived my life. I don't give a fuck. But that doesn't mean I try to offend women left and right. I don't. I just try to be human. If I feel like you're full of shit, I'll make you aware of it. It's that simple. No bullshit. Don't be too fussy. Yeah, too. Going back to the handsome thing. Ever date a guy? Maybe one of you guys will see this in the future. Maybe you have a proper face, not with fucking chin. Maybe you're one of those Henry Cavill fucking looking motherfuckers. And just a girl who just won't. She's not that great. Even if she is beautiful, she just won't give you the none of the compliment. Like, no, she just avoids the fact that you. What's more repulsing? All right. So you beware of that fucking girl. Because she's more jealous than any other girl who would otherwise say she's a little bit jealous. Those bitches are crazy. Believe you me. 71. Stick to your moral standards. Perfect advice for anybody, no matter the time you live in. 72. Don't whine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. You gotta love these old-timey expressions. How to land him. This is a long ass list, guys. How long has it been? 1 hour. God damn it. I think we're gonna pick this up. We're halfway through just now. So I think we're gonna pick this up next week. I'll talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow in Romanian Frustrations podcast on ROMERCIAL on the other channel. Definitely enjoyable by now. I'm not sure how entertaining this was for you guys, but for me, it definitely was. I regret nothing. How to land him. This is gonna be hilarious. I'm not gonna read it. I like the spontaneity of it. So we're gonna stop here with this subject. I'm just gonna read a bit of what you guys have to say. If you want to say something to me, Sid. Now I have a 40-second delay, so it takes a while before it gets to me. And I promise we'll pick it up next week where we left off. Hilarious nonetheless. Let's see if you guys wrote something else. Share your iPhone screen. Gamer girls are one thing. The new fad is the e-girls who sell their bathwater and whatnot on OnlyFans. I believe you, man. I'm too old to really care about this shit, but yeah, no, it doesn't matter if they want to be gamer girls. Excuse me, or whatever. It's those glasses who, if go out on a club, you have a pair of little fucking black framey flirty glasses, wear them. I want to come on them, right? Once, but if that's your look, you know, the fucking typical Botox ridden fucking eyebrows plucked up to here, fucking this all Kim Kardashian lookalikes, like cheap lookalikes. I guess you can some authentic lookalikes because it's not like Kim looks very not cheap, right? And they have these fucking huge glasses, and now that's their attitude, like the bad girl who, the cute, neat, geeky girl who, fuck that girl. It's disgusting. Ciprian Tuna. Yeah, my mom calls me handsome too. I guess it's okay if your mom calls you. Your mom will always see you. She saw you naked. She fucked your dad. She knows how big your dick is. Maybe she's overcompensated. She knows. I'm not implying. I'm extrapolating in general. Tuna, my boy. But, you know, your mom saw your dad's dick. She must have. Hopefully. Unless you're the neighbor's kid. But, yeah, maybe you have a small dick and your mom's like, You're so handsome. Mom, I'm not that handsome, or you're not that endowed either. So take the compliment and shut the fuck up. Cosmin, just be a decent human being, love and be humble. Things can start from there. Oh, yeah. That's a good starting point. I agree. As far as starting points go, yeah, that's okay, but not always humble. And be lovingly to learn to develop your filter of who deserves your love, I would have to say. Because God knows not all women do. I would even argue most women. And that's okay. You're only supposed to have, to find one. And up until you're convinced. No, I should rephrase that. Don't. You might be convinced in your 22 that you found the woman. And I still and will forever disagree. Fucking have your share of trim. Have long relationships if that's your thing. Don't marry your high school sweetheart. Do not fucking marry your high school sweetheart or your fucking college sweetheart, whatever. I want to say I know exceptions. I think I even said this a few years ago, but guess what? Those exceptions got divorced now. So fuck that shit. Know you first by hitting yourself against all sorts of examples. Yeah, your humanity comes first. As a guy, your confidence comes second. And your purpose comes third. That's what should be your goals and whatever the fuck you want to do. And then see how the world aligns around you. And if it doesn't, you might have to search within. Keep searching. And then you know what's right for you. I know this is advice you find in one way or another all over the place, but it's true. You just have to hit yourself against corners to figure out who the fuck you are and then what you need. If you go with this fucking the extreme feminist attitude that you're perfect, you deserve to be hurt. I'm sorry, I have zero sympathy. Zero. Fuck. One, two. God damn it. Well, the mic volume is low because my battery died. God damn it. My amplifier battery is almost dead. Also, I'm speaking very low. I can hear myself fine. You guys might hear me really bad. I guess Paul doesn't have time to cut this up into little bits, but just turn it up. I don't know what to tell you. Love as in love yourself and life itself. Be happy with what you have and go for the things that make you happy. Be human. Preach, Ren. Preach. Tuna says, Joe Rogan had a bit about the high school sweetheart, if I remember. Maybe he did. I saw too many thousands of hours of stand-up in my time. Yeah, maybe he did. This might be the fucking camera microphones. Whatever. Yeah, but it's just common sense. It's common sense, right? Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Doesn't matter how sweet you think she is. Even when I loved the girl, I had like 4-year relationships from my 20s to my 24. And 3 years of toxic fucking afterwards, while she was cheating on other men. She was dating and I was doing my thing. And not once, even at the peak of my love for her, was I thinking, yeah, I'm going to marry this girl. I was thinking that's a possibility eventually, but I never let that, guide my life. Ren, of course it's hard for someone to love themselves and all that trip, but you have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. No need to invest more time in the self compared to others. I don't know what that means. No need to invest more time in the self compared to others. I'm not sure what you meant by this one, Ren. I would say there's this. You have a lot of time to invest in yourself. That should be a priority. But I don't mean be a cunt to the person you're with and you're the first place and then they can I don't know. I learned as much from the women who hurt me as I did from the ones I hurt. I have to say, and no bullshit. I'm not trying to win president here. Yeah, I'm not sure what you meant by that. Well, anyway, people, this was fun. It's been a long day for me, and I have a lot of work. I have clients waiting on my fucking ass, my fucking uninspired withdrawal ass. But I'm plowing through. Cosmira and everybody else who's doing Sober October, keep it up, guys. It's worth it. And if there's one thing I'd like to say before I go is when November comes around, don't double down on your vices. You know what I mean? Because I did that a few years ago. I had a sober month, and then I came like a fucking tsunami. Double down on everything I was a piece of shit for before October. So my plan this month is get a little cleaned up, which I already feel quite good, except for the times I punch my desk that shit isn't working. But that's I came to expect that. I'm trying to keep that shit in check too. Sorry, it's hard to talk with the fucking gum in my mouth. Nicotine. And once November comes around, I'm going to try to keep my gym constant, like 3 times per week. I do the treadmill, the elliptical thing. Sweat my ass off. I'm doing push-ups, and I have a few weights that I can bounce around. Hopefully, I'll finish these commercials as good as I did the ones in the past. Hopefully, my client will be happy. That's all I want. I can't focus on anything else. Producing episodes, all this is secondary. These people invested money and time in me, and I'm going to deliver something good. But after this is done, yeah, I'm planning to ease up and use my vices creatively, sparingly, and put them to good use. Right? I'm done. I'm not young enough to lie to myself that, yeah, starting next month, it will be all army boy cleaned up. No. Like I said before, I'm trying to just maximize the distance before I do my cycles. You know what I mean? Being a piece of shit, minimize that shit, and extend the cycle where I am on top of my game and I have clear vision. I hope you guys get the same, and girls. When I say guys, I mean girls too. I know there's a few of you out there who listen in, and I appreciate that. That's it for tonight, people. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow night if you speak Romanian. Cheers.